were like walking by and they were like, slavery? And it reminded me that, you know, people think of slavery as being this like one thing that happened in the United States 200 some years ago, and this one thing that happened, you know, in Egypt, you know, like, and they don't really connect the fact that slavery is something that's continuing to happen all over the world right now, this very moment, and they really don't connect the fact that it's happening here in this country. Nobody would think that, oh my gosh, not in the United States, we're so civilized. Well, guess what? The problem is still happening. It's ugly, it's horrible, it's terrible, and the things that we do create the conditions that allow it to happen. So,
what stood out to me, I think, was looking at all of these cases and then seeing the prison sentences for each of the victimizers, the people who enslaved others, and just how short they were relative to other crimes, I think, and it really just goes to show how little we value human life in this country, and how I guess we don't take this crime so seriously, even though we say we do.
One thing that definitely stuck out was going inside the truck and reading these stories about how migrant workers were being treated, and also like imagining myself in that small clustered space inside the truck where immigrants or workers would stay there and sleep there with 30 other workers. And
now 2 weeks ago, you know, there was like slavery pretty much going on, and people like in the truck like this had to live there and had to be forced to work, you know, for like minimum wage or less than that, you know. But that's like, to me personally, I consider that like I'm against slavery to the max, you know. Growing up, I was always taught that, you know, and people are created equally, and me.
I had a couple of cases where they were recruiting homeless people and using crack cocaine to entrap them, and setting up stores run by the owners for the workers to buy, like, you know, necessities, food, and whatever they need from these stores, and charging them exorbitant prices. And it was just the same things that happened back in the turn of the century with coal miners. So I just didn't think that that kind of thing still happened today.
You know, to see people be treated like this, it's not the way it ought to be. And I mean, like me knowing this now, I'm on the lookout for things where people are being abused and people are being mistreated, and see if I can do anything where I can voice my opinion or voice to other people, and let us get together and, you know, try to help these people, because it's still here. The slavery is still here, and I'm astonished.